summer's gone, so far away, and happiness is all we need. Caroline, you're scared of the night. Your fears come alive when it's dark. Look for the light. You can start running this life that you live in. Trust me, it's so.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I think it's like the first time we're video chatting like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
No,
we
I think
did.
we did it once on like WhatsApp.
Yeah,
or
on the
something.
phone.
Yeah, on the phone, but it was very
Yeah.
brief. Yeah.
But
How are
it's
you
the
doing
first
today?
time that we talk since the track is done, right?
Yeah. It is. Big congratulations on the album release, by the way.
Thanks, and you too on the amazing track we made.
Hey, thank you very much.
Really
Oh,
happy
blush.
with it.
Super happy with it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go right into the questions.
We don't know any other way. The night seems endless, and I'm afraid.
Please talk a bit more about music, the album. How is it different or similar to your previous work you've done?
So it's pretty similar to the other albums I've done, because it's just I just have one style, you could say, and I always try different styles when I'm in the studio, but they never work. You know, it always fails, and and then when I come back to the piano and the beats, you know, the kicks and snares and piano, then suddenly my voice falls into place. So I keep returning to that. But I think what's different about this album is that I've just grown, so I have more confidence. So songwriting just is a bit more, is easier than it was, you know, and it's just, I think it's, yeah, I'm very happy with the album. I think it, I'm coming close to what I would like my music to be. And before it was always a big struggle. But I'm getting closer and closer to doing what I want, you know.
Awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just received my Japanese CD in the mail not too long ago. So
Awesome.
There's a lot of collaborations on the album. Would you mind talking about a few of them? The first single to come out was, I think, the one with Mac. Is that right? If I'm not mistaken. How did that collaboration come about?
So I always work alone, you know, and that's my thing. What happened was that a couple of years ago, my manager just kept pushing me more towards like writing with other people. And I was always a bit like, no, I don't want to. But he kept pushing me, and what I've just noticed is that working with other people, it just makes your music grow. It just adds so much when it works out, you know. It doesn't always work out, but when it does, it just is really so cool to see something that you've made be more than you could ever imagined by yourself, you know. So for this album, we were really like into collaboration and looking up that thing, and we contacted a lot of people, you included, you know, and some people respond and some people don't. I mean, like the bigger names, they tend to not respond.
Yeah, that tends to happen sometimes.
Yeah. But Mac DeMarco responded like pretty direct and said he loved my music and stuff, and he was just like texting me very directly, and so that was a very easy contact. And when I came to LA, he immediately texted me like, hey, come by, and I'm barbecuing with some friends and stuff. So it was, we were there, and I was just there at his house, and he has a studio in his garden, and we sat there and just made the song in a day.
Yeah.
And that was great. It was so great to witness him work, and because I'm such a fan, and just to see him record the drums and all of that, you learn so much from that. And
Yeah.
so that was pretty crazy. And then I brought the song back home with me, and I finished my part here in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And then the song was there.
Yeah.
So,
And then you shot the music video at separate places. Yeah, you shot yours in Amsterdam.
Yeah, because the plan was, of course, to do it together, but then that was pre-COVID. We already made that plan.
Yeah.
Then COVID happened, and we had to do it, separate.
Yeah. Plans change. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking about our collaboration, I was curious. Like, I never talked to you about how you came up with the musical arrangement for the track. Yeah.
So I wrote that together with a guy who was in a very famous Dutch band, and we were just really liking certain kinds of music. We were just checking things on YouTube and stuff, and we just made something in that vein,
Yeah.
And I really loved like the track basically, but it didn't have any hook yet, or it was just a jam, it had some verses or something, and I really tried hard on getting a chorus on there, but it just didn't work out. So then we reached out to you, and you did something that I totally did not expect. It was like it was really cool, but it was really like also different than your stuff. It felt like it had some kind of weird 80s The Clash kind of a feel to it.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Yeah.
So I was really like, wow, how can I fit this into this song,
Yeah.
So I really try to emphasize that actually, like in the song, because the first draft was just one beat, one thing that just moved on. And then your part was so different than that I really tried to make that part like some day and night kind of feeling,
I really appreciated the final mix where you put in like the door creaking sound effect.
Yeah.
It was very like sort of like 80s like horror film sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
I get it was I remember when I sent you back like the first demos, I was so hooked on the little guitar riff that was in the hook.
Right.
When I tried writing the melody and lyrics, I could never like steer away from that sort of melody. And so you're like, hey, maybe like try something that's not the guitar riff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad it worked out. And to this day, I don't think I know a Caroline in person.
No, me neither.
So like a lot of people ask me like, hey, who is Caroline?
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps she's a manifestation of my insomnia.
Yeah. You're just a vessel,
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, but it was super fun. Yeah, one of the funner online collaborations that I've done. So thank you for that.
Nice. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was good.
Caroline, you're scared of the night. Your fears come alive.
How has the kind of global pause on the music scene kind of affected your creativity?
Well, it didn't in my case, because I was writing. I just blocked the whole year 2020 for writing my album.
Okay.
So it was like perfect timing, let's say, it was just like I blocked all touring, all traveling. We did travel, me and my family, to New Zealand for 2 months, like in the beginning of 2020.
Like all of New Zealand? Or like
yeah, we tried, but then the land was in lockdown, so we stayed at family, which was awesome as well. But
awesome.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of 2020, and then the rest of the year I had planned for writing on my own in my studio, which is near my house, so I could just still walk there, you know. That was still allowed.
Okay. Okay.
So nothing changed, and I'm a bit of a, yeah, a loner or something, you know. So it's, yeah,
You're
I
quite
was in
used to staying
lockdown.
in and working on your own, right?
Yeah, I was in lockdown long before COVID came. So yeah, no, it was it it's been good for me. 2020, yeah, I'm ashamed to say, but it's for my music, it's been my best year ever, you know, in terms of numbers and people listening. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm blessed, I guess, you know. I'm grateful. Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. From the change from like physical live shows to now, I guess you've done quite a few more like virtual shows.
Mhm.
How have you found that, you know, adaptation to like the now more virtual side of performance?
Yeah, it's not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I love touring, and I love, you know, performing for an audience stuff.
The
So
energy is not the same, I'm sure. Yeah.
no, yeah, it's but you know, what can you do? And I still enjoy those live streams. I mean, they're still great. I still love to play, but I can't wait to go on tour again, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Likewise.
Yeah,
It's so different to perform to like, let's say like 8 crew people.
yeah.
And
And
then you
the
perform.
silence after each song ends, you know. And
You're
then
just like,
yeah,
yeah,
harsh.
it takes some getting used to, yeah. But
Yeah,
like you said, I'm also very grateful that I still get to perform in some sort of capacity, get to still
right.
kind of reach out to people, even if it's through screens and all that. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll make do for now.
And I'm afraid it's time to put your head at ease. You can't go on.
All right. This is a more, I guess, like broader question. I was checking out Instagram the other day and I found that everything recommended to me was so like 1 minute guitar clip, so like a drum clip, or like there's now this thing called Reels on Instagram, which is like a very TikTok-esque sort of version, but on Instagram. So my question to you is, with the rise of influencers and social media stars turning into, I guess, turning into the music scene, like they're making more songs and all that. How do you feel that affects the entertainment industry as a whole? That integration of influencers or celebrities now becoming global musical names.
I'm not really quite sure what you mean, because I'm really not well known with modern technology, you know.
That's all right.
I'm,
That's all right.
I'm 44 years old, so I'm, you know, going towards 50. So I'm like gone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, what the thing is, pop music will always be changing. And I think it's always interesting where it goes, you know. I never want to be that guy that would say like, those Rolling Stones with their long hair, they're you know. I would never do that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
just say, you know, go for it, go TikTok and go make a song of 10 seconds and see what comes of it, you know. And uh me personally, you know, I have a tendency to love the music in the era of when I was a child. So, you know, my music almost comes in the realm of traditional music, let's say, you know, the things we want to conserve, the things we want to keep in terms of history and tradition, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not a totally not about pop culture and all that, but I still love pop culture because that's where I came from, you know.
Yeah.
And so I have a big respect for everything that's pop culture, but I'm getting older now, so I'm more on the conservatory side, and saying like, let's still make albums, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's better or anything. It's just that I'm saying that me personally, I like that because it makes me think of, you know, the times that were, and I'm nostalgic in that way. And I think it's also cool that we can still make jazz music, we can still make classical music. So why not still make 70s, 80s pop music, you know?
That's awesome. That's an awesome perspective, because I was really interested in hearing what you would say, because you've obviously been in this industry for quite a long time, and I'm quite relatively new to this.
Right.
Even for me, someone who is quite in his mid-20s, I feel like music has become a lot more instant in terms of the way you make it, the way it's consumed nowadays. So for me, I really have no problem if, no matter what platform you choose or where you've come before you entered into like music or songwriting, but just as long as it carries like heart and the genuine feeling, I think that's still the most important thing.
True. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get most music nowadays, you know, like the real pop TikTok side. It's just so weird to me, and it all sounds alike and stuff, you know, and it's so, it's I just don't get it, but my ears are open for people to explain to me, you know, what it's about, you know?
I guess only time will tell how this will affect
right.
like traditional musicians who still like work like a year or 2 years to put out one album and then tour, and that traditional model to them. Now everybody kind of like a day, and you can have like a 20-second song that has like 20 million hits,
piles of beats and piles of instant IDs. It's so crazy. It's what it is, you know, and it will lead to something, you know. It always leads to like one band that does a trick with that's so genius that even we are gonna love it as well, you know. There's a lot of shit bands before the Beatles, you know. So there's always gonna be a new Beatle.
It's gonna be fun to discover that.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, that was quite a serious question. Let's lighten the mood a bit.
I'm a serious guy.
What have you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to Aldous Harding. Aldous Harding.
Okay.
Do you know her?
Aldous
Harding. ALDOUS. Aldous Harding. She's a female singer from New Zealand, actually. It wasn't because I was there, but it's just she's kind of big in the indie thing. But she has a kind of soul and jazz, I don't know, essence, but you don't hear it. It's kind of alternative and indie sounding, but I normally don't like alternative and indie stuff, but this I love, you know. So everybody should go check that out. And so and I've also been listening to the Mathieu Bogart album. He's a French singer. He always sang in French, like French chansons kind of, but then way cooler. He was like part of the whole clique of Feist and Mocky and Jamie Lydell and all that club. But he made like real French music, and now he moved to London. And he made an album in English, but he does it in a super French way. So he's like, "My crazy," he sings like that.
All right, that's what you
so
mean by
good.
French. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so soulful, and it's really good. I would recommend it to anyone. It's really really
All right.
nice. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
I've been really into this French funk group called, I'm not sure if my French is correct, like L'Impératrice, the Empress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot, but I haven't listened to it yet.
They should give them a try. They're very I feel like the way they compose their songs, they sound like a very cohesive band, like lots of textures and instruments, but they don't sound like anyone is playing over each other. And I just checked out their live performance online.
Nice.
So it's pretty good. I think you'll appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
When it's dark, look for the light.
I saw on your social media that you just posted about your upcoming tours in Europe and the States. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else in particular that you really want to travel to after this pandemic has kind of calmed down a bit?
Yeah, we're coming to Asia, of course.
Yeah.
In 2022. And I'm really looking forward to that again. You know, I hope, I mean, nothing is set yet, but we're planning on trying to make that happen too. Come to you know, Japan and North South Korea. I'm sorry. Of course, and but you know, who knows? Bangkok again and stuff would be awesome.
Yes, please. We'd love to have you. I think
so good.
The first time that you played in Bangkok was Maharasop back in 2019. Yeah.
Right.
How was that experience playing a festival here?
So good and so different, but still, yeah, just a very warm welcome, and yeah, just a great experience because the climate is so different than what we're used to. You know, and
for sure. Did you have to change your stage outfits to come on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Short pants and all that.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, I love that stuff. You know, to be in a place where you've never been and then to play there and do something that is so close to you, and then people responding and singing along. It's such a mind fuck. It's beautiful.
Really good. I was there for your show. It was really good.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I think that about wraps up every question that I have for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share or leave for those who are listening right now? You can say it now.
No, I don't have anything to share. I love working with you, and I hope that we're gonna meet again and play some more. I don't know. So, and I hope to be in Thailand or Bangkok or soon. So yeah.
Awesome. Likewise, it's been a pleasure working with you and getting to interview you today on behalf of Have You Heard. So yeah, please do stay healthy, stay safe. And,
you too.
I'll chat to you next time. Please have a good day.
Okay.